Hi BookTube, Aaron here. Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to come back for another Poetry Thursday video. It's something that used to be a bit of a staple on my channel, and it's been a little more irregular of late. But I'm coming back to it today, and I think with it just being this time of the year, with it being the summer, I'm being drawn more and more to the romantic poets, and I mean really to Shelley, to Percy Bysshe Shelley. I'm not sure whether it's that kind of Italian connection, and with the weather being warm, I just want to laze around and dip through his poems. But I'm going to read one of my favourite Shelley poems, and it's a classic, and it's a classic for a reason. And it's a bit of a long one, but it's not too long. But it's just it's a great poem. So this is to a Skylark by Percy Bysshe Shelley. To a Skylark. Hail to thee, blithe spirit, bird thou never wert, that from heaven or near it pourest thy full heart in profuse strains of unpremeditated art. Higher still and higher from the earth thou springest like a cloud of fire. The blue deep thou wingest, and singest still dost soar, and soaring ever singest. In the golden lightning of the sunken sun, o'er which clouds are brightening, thou dost float and run, like an unbodied joy whose race is just begun. The pale purple even melts around thy flight, like a star of heaven. In the broad daylight thou art unseen, but yet I hear thy shrill delight, keen as are the arrows of that silver sphere, whose intense lamp narrows in the white dawn clear, until we hardly see, and we feel that it is there. All the earth and air with thy voice is loud, as when night is bare. From one lonely cloud the moon rains out her beams, and heaven is overflowed. What thou art we know not, what is most like thee. From rainbow clouds there flow not drops so bright to see, as from thy presence showers a rain of melody. Like a poet hidden in the light of thought, singing hymns unbidden, till the world is wrought to sympathy with hopes and fears it heeded not. Like a high-born maiden in a palace tower, soothing her love-laden soul in secret hour, with music sweet as love, which overflows her bower. Like a glowworm golden in a dell of dew, scattering unbeholden its aerial hue among the flowers and grass, which screen it from the view. Like a rose embowered in its own green leaves, by warm winds deflowered, till the scent it gives makes faint with too much sweet these heavy winged thieves. Sound of vernal showers on the twinkling grass, rain awakened flowers, all that ever was joyous and clear and fresh, thy music doth surpass. Teach us, sprite or bird, what sweet thoughts are thine. I have never heard praise of love or wine, that panted forth a flood of rapture so divine. Chorus hymeneal or triumphal chaunt, matched with thine would be all but an empty vaunt, a thing wherein we feel there is some hidden want. What objects are the fountains of thy happy strain? What fields, or waves, or mountains? What shapes of sky or plain? What love of thine own kind? What ignorance of pain? With thy clear, keen joyance, languor cannot be. Shadow of annoyance never came near thee. Thou lovest, but ne'er knew love's sad satiety. Waking or asleep, thou of death must deem things more true and deep than we mortals dream. Or how could thy notes flow in such a crystal stream? We look before and after, and pine for what is not. Our sincerest laughter with some pain is fraught. Our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thought. Yet if we could scorn, hate, and pride and fear, if we were things born not to shed a tear, I know not how thy joy we ever should come near. Better than all measures of delightful sound, better than all treasures that in books are found, thy skill to poet were, thou scorner of the ground. Teach me half the gladness that thy brain must know, such harmonious madness from my lips would flow, the world would listen then, as I am listening now. And there we go, that's To a Skylark by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Sorry for the couple of moments when I tripped over my tongue. But yeah, just a delightful poem about just longing to express it's just a totally unburdened joy. And one of the things I quite like that Shelley does in this poem is he uses poet as a verb, so thy skill to poet were, which I quite like. And as well, just this idea that, so near the end, he's saying that thou of death must deem things more true and deep than we mortals dream, which is, just that distinction between this bird, or this sprite as he's calling it, and us, that somehow it's detached from the mortal world. And I don't know, maybe it's just because this bird is just there in the moment, and it's just expressing the joy of this moment, which is definitely something that Shelley is. It's not really necessarily what the bird is doing; it's his perception of the bird. But just the fact that the bird is just there in the moment, whereas we're always reflecting, or we're making plans for the future, and we're just not content. And he makes the point that our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thoughts, and they're maybe what kind of ground us and stop us from just kind of taking off into the air and just singing this impossible and irrepressible joy. But yeah, it's just a lovely poem, and it's not necessarily this state that that Shelley is trying to talk about. I think it's not necessarily something that we can always reach, but for Shelley it's something to aim for. He wants a poetry that is just totally unburdened, that is joyous, and is just natural and unpremeditated, as he says. So just a lovely poem by Shelley, and we'll see if there's any more romantic poetry for the summer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.